Tip number 1, have an agenda and stick to it. Now, have you ever thought about why some meetup groups are taken more seriously than others? What distinguishes the meetup group with a clear connection to their members from the ones perceived as just playing around? Now, I believe the answer lies in having a clear agenda and then sticking to it. Have a clear objective about what's to be discussed and accomplished, and then somewhere leave room for your members to interactively participate. Let me tell you a story that relates to this. Now, in the theater community, the meetup group leader is the director. Now, there was this one time we all worked with a director who was a self-proclaimed theater connoisseur. He would always start his rehearsals 20 minutes late. He would always keep his actors 30 minutes after he was supposed to let them go. And sometimes he would call people in who weren't even needed there. So these people, these actors, would just sit around doing nothing when they could have been getting a lot more accomplished in that evening. Now, behind this director's back, a lot of the actors despised him and they vowed never to work with him again. What had happened was this director had no clear objective and he wasted everybody's time because he did not plan ahead. Now, even though the show itself, when it was presented to an audience, it was passable, but the actors vowed never to work with this man again. Now, have your meetup group. Start on time. Even if people come late, if they see that there's an activity going, they know that they're going to be a part of something. One time I attended a meetup group in West Philly at a bookstore that was about reincarnation. Now, it was very loose, it was very relaxed, and don't get me wrong, you should create a very comfortable, relaxed atmosphere for your group. But if it just looks like you're hanging out and nothing's really being discussed or accomplished, and your group is not engaged, chances are people are not going to come back. And the way to engage your group is to have a clear objective and stick to it. In this meetup group in West Philly, a couple people came late, maybe about 20-25 minutes late, and they asked if this was the meetup group. And everybody kind of looked around, looking a little bit confused, but said, yeah, this is it. And they kind of looked back and they were like, okay, well, we're just going to go shop around the store for a little bit, but we'll be back. They never came back. So be engaged, have that objective, have a clear focus, and let that be communicated from the time you're supposed to be starting. And that's tip number 1.